Good afternoon, everyone. Thanks for joining our webinar today. My name is Yin from Rexel, and I'll be hosting the session. We'll be starting very shortly. We're just going to allow a little bit more time for the rest of the attendees to log in, about 15 to 20 seconds or so. So thank you for your patience, and we'll get going in a few moments. Right, hello everyone, and welcome to today's Easy Ordering webinar with our digital experts Jane Poynton and Margaret Jones. My name is Yin, I'm the Marketing Executive at Rexel. If you have any questions throughout the session, please feel free to pop them into the Q&A bubble, which you can select from the menu on the side, and we'll answer them at the very end. Now passing the time over to Jane and Margaret.
Good afternoon, and thank you for joining us for our Easy Ordering webinar. My name's Jane Poynton, and this is my colleague Margaret Jones.
Hi everyone. So for today's session, I'm going to be taking the lead. As Jane said, I'm Margaret and I'm the Digital Contact Centre Manager here at Rexel. I'll be talking you through our login and registration process and just some of the functions that we start with. So you should all be able to see a copy of the Rexel website, www.rexel.co.uk. Start off with, we're going to look at how you would log in. Here at the end of the search bar, you'll see a login and registration. When you hover over this, it will give you the option of logging in or registering your account. To register your account, you click on register your account, and then you can click on yes, I'm already a customer of Rexel, and then you'll pop in your account number and your postcode. We click continue and answer the questions such as setting yourself up a password, what username would you like to use, and would you like any of our marketing preferences. If you are new to Rexel, you can also click here, no, I'm a new customer, and you can choose to go through whether or not to apply for a cash account or a credit account. Again, you just need to fill in your name and address details and answer the on-screen questions. The purpose of today, I'm already a customer and I have already set myself up and I wish to log into the website. I couldn't remember my username. I could click here on the forgotten username link that would send me an email, or if I'd forgotten my password, I can click on forgotten password, enter my email, and it would send me a link to reset it. Also, if I click here, it will take me to the same sort of page, but returning customers or registration. To log in, I will click in the login button and it will then log me in, and it will show you at the top here that you're now logged in, and it will show your name. In the top right hand corner, you'll see it will welcome you with your company name. If you click on here, it'll give you some high level information. If you wish to personalize a picture for your personal account, you can do so in here by clicking the upload your button or delete the logo if it's not one that you wanted to keep. You'll have your delivery address that is defaulted and the contact details, plus you'll also have your default click and collect branch shown here. There's also a setting in here for showing all your prices or to hide your prices. Depending if you're out with a customer, you might wish to hide the prices you're showing through with them. Moving on from here, we're going to just cover the search functionality. So in the search bar here, I can type in something that I'm looking for. So if I type in the word tape, and press enter, it will then bring me up all the tape. What you will see is this blue banner across the top, and on this carousel here you can scroll through to narrow down your search to what it is that you're actually looking for. So I may be looking for just tape, and then it'll bring me up items that are in that tape category, so the caution tape rather than necessarily the electricity tape. We can also narrow our searches down by using a brand or a category, and the filters here are different depending upon what the search is. We've also added in some different types of searches that are linking products together. So if I type in Zeb for a Zebedee clip and press the enter again, you'll see that it will bring this up. Although that is not in the actual description of the product, we have linked it under those names that people will call items. Again, I can use the carousel if I'm wishing to reduce this down. I can also search for products by using the browse products and going through, looking at each individual category and then doing the search from there. Again, the carousel will come across the top, and I can then narrow my search down again by using and just clicking on the boxes to find the item, to find the one that I wish to purchase. Once I have found the item that I'm looking for, I can click on the description. If I'm looking for more information, if I'm looking for some maybe product details or some technical documents on it, these will all be found just underneath the picture. Click on each one, it will take you to that section. From here as well, I can see that there's items available for delivery in one day. So this item will be delivered to me the following day. Or I could change this to have it collected at a branch. And I could change the collection branch. So it's currently set here to Coventry. But if I clicked on the change collection branch, I could type in where I'd want it to be. Here I'm selecting Birmingham, and it will tell me if it's in stock in any of our Birmingham branches, or I could click all branches and again choose the branch highlighted in green versus the red, ones that actually have the stock available, and I could then select one of these. I can also search in a local area up at the top. I'm now going to hand over to Jane, who's going to go through some of the easy ordering side of searching for items.
Thank you, Margaret. Okay, so we're going to be covering off the easy ordering element of our web shop. As you can see, we've broken down into different categories. We're just going to run through these in order today. So first one that we're going to be looking at is Easy Basket Builders. Now, what is our Easy Basket Builders? They're a convenient way for you, our customer, to quickly select and purchase multiple items in one go. These baskets have been designed to streamline the ordering process by allowing you to add the products to your basket with minimal effort and obviously not requiring to search. The feature itself is user-friendly. The product images are also in. If we click into one of those, Margaret. As you can see, the product images are available for you there as well. All you need to do is select the number of items, the volume of items that you want, the quantity. Once you've selected the quantity that you want, you can then add the items to your cart. Once you've added the items to the cart, you will see that obviously the green tick in the top right-hand side corner does let you know that they've all been moved over to your cart. Once the items are in the cart, there's a number of different things that we can do from this point in the easy ordering section. Now, what we can do from when we're in the basket is if I just take over the top corner, there's a number of different icons above the checkout button. What this first button allows you to do is called Share Cart. What you can do, you can have a number of different users on our web shop, which means that each account can have as many users as you like. But you can actually share this cart with anybody. You can actually share it with your customer, or you can share it with another user of the web shop. You can do that by typing in the email address of the user. And put in any notes that you wish to put in. And share the cart itself. What then happens is the recipient will receive an email. If they're an actual user of the same web account, what will happen is they'll get an email with a link that when they press on the link in the email, it will actually take them into their web shop account and they'll be able to see all the items as listed there. They can then move the items to their basket. This is ideal if you've got somebody on the account who approves your orders. It's also ideal if you want to share it with a colleague to see if you've actually got the right equipment that you need to complete a task. The second, if we go back to the 4 icons at the top, you'll see here that you've also got a save cart. I'm going to come to that one in a moment, but you can see there is information in there and then there's quotes. But before we do that, because what we've done there is the easy ordering basket, we're going to go back to the easy ordering. What we're going to do now is we're going to move over onto our fast ordering. Now it's called fast ordering because it enables you to actually put items in your basket from a pre-selected job list. When you click on fast ordering like Margaret has done there, you can see there's a number of different options here. Margaret's clicked into the field where you can actually type in the product number if you have it available to you. Then the second one is, so Margaret's typing that in. The second one is you can actually copy and paste into this field, these fields as well. You can actually copy and paste if you have a number of different products and you have them on a spreadsheet, then you can copy and paste them in here. Now we don't anticipate you to actually have that information. So what we can do is you've got the items in the cart, or if you wanted to build your own job list and you thought you don't want to search for the items you've previously bought, what you can do is you can export the items from your cart into an Excel spreadsheet. So as you can see, Margaret's gone on to checkout. She's exported the cart, which comes out into an Excel spreadsheet. And as you can see here, there's a number of different fields on this spreadsheet. The only information that you need is the item product number, which is on the left-hand side. So you can copy and paste, copy the numbers, the product numbers, go to copy and paste on the job lists, paste the items in, add to list, and you've created your own job list. Now this can be as many items as you want. As you can see, there was only a small basket there, but you can actually put in as many items as you need. What you would then do is say add to job list by pressing the icon, the star icon there. And here you can name the job list itself. As you can see, we've got a number of job lists. You can have up to 50. And you can add and change your job list as you wish. Now, if you wanted to actually have a look at all the items you previously bought with us, you can. So any items that you've bought with us previously, to save you searching for the item, if you put a star in the search button, there's an already bought item, already bought button. There you go. There, if you select that, that'll bring up all the previously bought items. What you can do then is start to create your own job lists using all the items that are in front of you. So it makes so if you've got any first fix packs or items that you buy on a regular basis and you have them combined with other items, then you can just create a job list. That's why it's called fast ordering. Click into your job lists. and you can add the products. So you can see Margaret's just added a number of different products to different, one product to a number of different job lists. As you can access your job lists if you get from a number of different areas on the web shop. You can access them from the front page, from your account page, and you can add them if you go to the front page of our web shop by clicking on the Excel button at the top. If you scroll down, you'll be able to see a list of all your job lists there. So that's covering off job lists. Now, them job lists can be added and amended. You can archive them in different ways. If you look at the top right-hand side corner here, you can actually amend, download, you can archive, and you can delete. So on that particular one, we've now got some items already in our basket. So we're going to move on from our job lists. I'm going to move on now to our catalogues. Back into the easy ordering section and go to our catalogues section. As you can see, we have a number of our different interactive catalogues available. If we click onto the Essentials catalogue, you're presented with an electronic version. You can see that we've got each section down the side, each category. Now there's different ways that you can access your categories and your pages. Obviously you can click on a category that you wish. And you can turn the pages using the arrows at the bottom or just clicking your mouse. Once you've found the page that you want or the item that you want, as you can see all our product codes. If you take your icon over to the product code, you'll see that the arrow turns into a finger. Once you press the item that you want, and that item is now added to the cart. What you can do from here, you might want to look for a particular item. You're not too sure where you're going to find it. You can actually go on the looking glass in this area and put in the item that you're looking for. Just need to put the name of the item and it'll bring up the page of where the item can be found. You can go to the page, select the item that you want. You can also increase your quantities at this point by pressing the product item code again, or increasing the item quantity using the arrows. Once we've completed that, we can now complete cart. And you can see that we've got a number of items back into our shopping basket. What we can do, if what we're looking for is we're looking to think that actually, I'd like to request a quote for all these products. We can do that by requesting the quote. Now, this requesting a quote actually saves you time. No need to pick up the phone, no need to email, no need to contact the branch. You can do that from our web shop here. You simply put the items in your basket as we have done today. Submit the quote and press the quote icon, and then it'll ask you for a number of different details. You can put in the quote name, the job number, and the date that you wish to receive the quote. You can even select the date, today's date if required. What we can do is we can also put in a note into branch. So our colleagues in branch know exactly what information you're looking for if required. Once you've done that, you can submit the request button. Once you submit the request button, all the items will move out the basket. Your local branch will then receive an email detailing the information on the quote. You will also get an email letting you know that the quote has been submitted. Once the branch have received the quote, they will then send it back to you through your online account. What will happen is They'll send it back to you. You'll receive an email. The email will tell you that your quote is ready, and you'll have a link that you press, which again will take you to your account. Once you're in your account, you'll be able to go to My Account, and if you select Quotes, you will see there is a quote available. Now, if you do have our app, you will also, and you're logged in, you will also receive a notification to your mobile phone, which will then enable you again to go into your account and actually look at the quote. Once you've picked up the quote, everything in blue on our website, you will be able to click into. So as you can see, there's the quote number. If you want to click into the quote, and there's all the details of your quote in front of you. Now you have two options here, again, top and bottom of the page. You can either add all the items to your basket, or you can reject the quote. Obviously, we're going to add all the items to our basket. Once we've added the items to the basket, we can now check out. Once we go to the checkout page, you can see there is some information that is required. There is always required a PO number. Now this can be a number, or you can put a name in there. So you might want to name it the name of the job, which also makes it easier as well when if required when looking for invoices. So you put in the order details. Once you put in the order details, you can then select delivery or click and collect. If you're collecting, you can obviously, as Margaret explained before, you can select a branch that's either closer to your job, or you might want to select, collect, as you can see there. You can go through obviously the different branches you can collect from, and you can also select delivery. Once you've selected delivery, you can select the address that you want it delivered. You can obviously add additional information and an additional address if required. And we also require you to put your telephone number in so that you can receive updates of when the products are out for delivery. Once we've done all that, we're able to place order, and the order will then be submitted, ready for delivery. Now, I just want to go back to the basket. You can see we've got some items in there. Now, what you can always do with our baskets is you can actually, there's different things you can do. Now, as we can see here, you can download that there if needs be. And then the other three icons at the side would let you print it or empty your cart. Now, on this occasion, we're going to empty our cart. And we're going to we'll put in a Zebedee, Margaret, if that's okay. The other function I'd like to demonstrate to you here is our saved carts. Now what we do, which can be located here, thank you Margaret, in your account details under My Saved Carts. Now saved carts are really good and really useful, and especially time saving. If you've got, if you do quotes, when you're out doing quotes, if you've got our app or you're using a tablet, you can actually put the items in your basket as you're out. You can move on from job to job, and once you've done one quote, you can then save the basket using the disc icon, name the basket. Now obviously you can go back to these if you want to, so the job might change, or you might decide that you need a different spec of equipment. You can then go back into the save cart and change the item and add to it if you do wish to. Now once you've Once you've actually saved your basket, if you do want to, you can then load your basket into your cart by clicking Add to Cart. We'll replace the active basket. You can then go to the basket itself, go to the cart, and again, you can request a quote, you can share the information, or you can add the details to a job list if you do wish to. Okay. So going back to the easy ordering, if we go through the 4 icons there, Margaret, if that's okay, you can see that we've done easy basket builders, fast ordering, catalogues, and quotes. There are simple, easy, quick ways to order, and also they're available there for you to update and change if you wish. Now I'm going to hand over to Margaret, and Margaret's going to cover off all the other My Account details and how you can manage your account from your webshop account.
Thanks, Jane. So again, we're back into this top corner where the My Account is. If you hover over this, you'll see the pop-up page, or if you actually click on it to get taken to the profile page. So it will welcome you with your name. On this page here, it will have all your details, your company information, your personal details, and this is where if you wish to change your password, you can do so. Once you enter your current password, you can then change your password and confirm it and click Save. From here as well, you can change your collection branch default, whether or not you want your prices shown, and then you can update your email consent, and if you wish to read through the cookie management process, that is there as well. Go back to the top of this page, you'll see it is broken down into sections. Depending on what access you have will depend on what information you'll be able to see. So I'm a full admin on this account, so I can see everything. So I can see the account summary, which will tell me my balance, how much my credit limit is, and that information is updated around every 48 hours for you to see. I can click, excuse me, on Pay and View Invoices, and this will then take us into invoices that have been loaded on your account, whether or not they are via an order placed on the web shop or an order placed by the branch. When looking at this section here, you have a set of filters at the top. You can click on Unpaid, which will obviously show you unpaid, anything that's overdue, which will show in this salmon colour, or all invoices. On all invoices, it will tell you your invoice number, the date, and the due date. If there's nothing in the due date, that is because that invoice will have been paid. You cannot pay from the all, you can only pay from the other two. Going back to unpaid invoices, what you can do is narrow the search down again. If you know the item number, if you know your PO reference number, anything like that, you can select one of these and type the search in to find it. If there is an invoice not showing up, it could be because of the date range. Setting the date range to cover the invoice that you're looking for will then bring up additional invoices. It is defaulted to 3 months. This will also show you any credits you have on allocated cash, and you can select those to offset the price of your invoice. To pay my invoice, I would select item I wish to pay, and I'll pop a credit on there as well. Once I've decided which ones it is that I'm paying, I can then click Make a Payment and be taken through to the payment pages. From here, I select yes, these are definitely the invoices I want to send. So I might also wish here to add an additional address in to get the confirmation that these invoices have been paid. So I may wish to copy in my branch to show that I've paid my invoice, or my accountant or the accountant's team, just so I have an additional address in there. On here, I'm going to be paying by card. put my card details in, and then in the bottom it will show you the credit note, the value of the invoice, and it will give you the total that's left to pay. So that will be the credit, the invoice minus the credit on there. If you are using credit notes, please note that they have to be under the value of the invoice to allow that to be used. Going back to my account, I could also request a copy of my statements on here. Any statement that has been posted to you will appear on here as well. Again, if I'm looking for a particular date range, I would select the date that I'm looking for. So if I was looking for maybe December, November last year, and then I'll click continue, and a list of the invoices would come up. The invoices will be here at the bottom. Unfortunately, the invoices I haven't got on this account, I do apologise. Going down here, I can also go into my order history. And on order history, this will show you any orders again that have been placed on the website or via the branch. If I was looking for a particular order that I knew that I placed on the web, I could narrow the search down with just orders that have been placed on the web, or I can leave it on all. Again, I can search using different criteria, making sure that the date range covers what I'm looking for. And I can say whether it's an order or a quote. Or I know the order number, I know my invoice number, anything like that. What you will see here is there's 5 results come up. It will show you a very high level overview of that order. So the order number, whether or not it's been invoiced, the number of deliveries that are happening for that. And if I wish, I can select to get my delivery slip or my invoices as well. And click on here and click on the numbers. And it will then give those to me. As Jane said before, we've got the accept a quote. By clicking on here again, the quote will come up. Save carts and job lists are also in here. And then you've got your personal details, which we've just covered, and the manage my user section. So clicking on manage my users is where you'll manage anybody else that you have on the account. If I click on manage your users from here, if I wish to, I could set up a new user to be able to have access to the account. If I click on here, it will then bring up a page for me to set this person up. I would enter their name details, phone number, email address, and username. And then I would select what role I'd wish this person to have. So a customer role profile means that anyone can go onto the website and they can make purchases. An approver role is they are only there to approve customers' orders, so the customer group order, with some permissions that have been set, and the admin has the access to the statements, seeing and paying invoices, setting up the new users, adding restrictions to people. On this occasion, we've got customer only selected, and I could then choose that actually I don't want this person to see the prices, or I don't wish them to be able to see the order history or invoices. Once I've made those decisions, once I've clicked save, that user will then be on the website, ready, and they will receive an email. And on that email, it will ask them to log in, it will give them the username, and to set a password up. So their password is protected, only they will know that. They'll click on there, and then they'll have full access to the site, depending on what permissions that you have given. On the approver part of this, their role is to approve orders that have been set up. What I do want to go just quickly through is the permissions on which we can add to people. So you can have lots of different permissions, as you'll see here. If I click on create a new permission, I can choose whether or not to do this permission per order or per time span. So if I click on per order, I can give it a name. And then I can give it a permission value. What this would mean is every order that this permission, every order, yes, that this permission is added to will then have to go for approval. So if I set this at £500, every order over the value of £500 would go for authorisation from whoever the approver is. And the same on the time span. If I change that to time span, what this would do is then I can say every day they can spend up to a value of £149.99. After that, please send the orders over to us to be approved. If they were to spend £150, that order would go, but if they spent the £149, including VAT, it would then process as normal. Once we've set up all these permissions, we'd go back into our users from the bottom here. And we can then add these permissions and add the approvers onto people. So as you'll see here, we've got a couple of accounts set up. I'm going to approve this one so we can see it. I'm then going to go into edit and I can add my approver. Click on approvers. I can add my permission by clicking on the permissions and adding the permission in.
That's great, that, Margaret, because it's so bespoke, isn't it, to actually each user and how each business wants to use it. So it's so individual.
You could also set up different actions for different people. So Jane could have a permission to spend £150 a day. I could only spend £1 a day before it goes for authorisation. So it is very, very bespoke on what you can do with that.
And
I'm also in here, can I just cover off that if you had somebody that was a seasonal worker for you, so they only worked, say, over Christmas when it was really busy for setting up Christmas lights, something like that, you could have them set up ready and then you could make them active and inactive throughout the season when you want them to have access and when you don't want them to have access. So that's covering off all of the back office functions in a very high level overview of those. So I'm just going to hand back to Jane to ask if there's any questions that or anything else that you have to go through.
Okay, just while we're there, Margaret, on that page, as you can see here, just so everybody can see, you've got your branch locator, your order history, request a quote, and mobile app. This ribbon underneath just gives you the instructions and how to look at your order history and how to request a quote. But hopefully from today's demonstration, you've seen how easy it is to actually navigate our web shop, how easy it is actually to find an item, how easy is it to actually and quick and efficient it is to check out. What we'd also like to do is the quote options that you have available. They're there available for you, but our branches can now also send quotes back to you without you requesting a quote. So if you will contact our branch and you haven't had the ability to get onto the web shop, you can then request the branch to send it back to your web shop. If you request that, then they will just again send you an email with the link on to the web shop, and you'll be able to accept it through as demonstrated previously. Okay. So that's our demonstration of easy ordering for you today. I'll hand over to Ian, see if we've got any questions.
Thank you, Jane and Margaret. It's really good to see all these fantastic features on the web shop that will help people to save time and to manage their accounts online. It is worth mentioning that this webinar is recorded and it'll be available to watch on demand on the Rexel website. So if you do need a reminder of any of the features, we'll be sharing the link in an email. shortly. We do now have time for Q&A. If you do have any questions, then please feel free to share them in the Q&A bubble that appears on the side for you. So I'll go through a couple now, and then we'll follow up any that we don't get round to by email. So the first question, how many users can I have?
Do you want me to take this one,
Would you like
Jane?
to take that? Yes, please.
So currently on the account that we've just been demonstrating on, we have just shy of 500. At the moment, we don't have an upper limit.
Okay, that's great. And how can I find items that I have bought previously?
So again, Jane, shall I take this one?
Please. Yeah, I don't know whether you want to do a quick demonstration just to make sure we've covered it.
You still see my website or?
No, just us.
Okay. You see my screen again?
Yeah.
So to go back to Jane's point earlier on, we can start typing in here for, I'm going to use tape again, and it will tell you the previously bought items of the tape here. Or if we pop the star in, that'll bring us back all the items that we can filter down on already bought and show you. During any search, you will see this little double tick icon. And that means that that item has been previously purchased before. If you're in order history, you can also, from that order, see what items are in there that you've previously bought, or you can have a look on your invoices as well.
Great, thank you. Is it possible to amend job lists? I think that would be a quite quick question and answer.
Yes, so again, from here you're going to your job lists. You select the job list that you wanted to look at, and you can amend them. What I will say on this though is the person that you can amend what's in there to add, as you add them to the cart. If you wanted to remove products, anything like that, you need to make sure it was shared with other people in the business that are on the account, or else they won't be able to see it to be able to amend it. And you do that by clicking here. But yeah, you can edit you can make a quite personalised edit here, or then you can add and remove items from down here.
Thanks, Margaret. Next question, can I order from different branches?
Yes, absolutely you can. So when you're placing an order for click and collect, I can select my trolley. When I'm in the checkout, I can choose here again. Actually, I want it to be from a different branch. So click on collect here, make sure that's in blue, and then select the branch that I want to move the item to. So if I wanted to change to, doesn't really matter, I can just select one. I can set that then as my collection branch. And there you go, it's changed over to that branch now. So you can do that on any branch. So if you were a Birmingham based user and actually you had a job in Manchester, you can then change it to Manchester so you can collect your items when you get there.
I think just a couple more, we've got some time. How do I pick up my proof of delivery in specific statements?
So two parts to that question then. So your proof of delivery will be in your order history. You've got delivery slips here. Or if you actually go into the order like Jane was saying, you click on the blue parts. If you wanted a more detailed view of it, you could then go into proof of delivery and select here, and then you'll get a PDF copy. If that is delivered by one of our own vans, you'll also have been able to get that when the order was made, when the delivery was made and you signed for it. Your statements which was the other part of that question. Again, yes, statements can be viewed. So all of this admin side of purchase, once you've made your purchase, is all under the My Account section, and statements are here again. Just set the date range that you want your statement for, and it'll be on there for you to download.
And just finally, can't remember my username. What do I do?
So I'm going to just log out of here now. So when you've come onto the website, you go to log in. I can't remember my username. You can click on got username, enter your email address in and request username, and you'll get the email with your username hints on there.
Fantastic. Right, I think that's about it for today. So thank you everyone for joining. As I mentioned, we'll gather up all the questions and send that out via email along with the link to the video. If you do have any further inquiries, please send them over to marketing@rexel.co.uk. Thank you once again for your time today. We look forward to having you in future webinars.